welcome back. I'm so excited about this review. Oh, maybe I'm a little too excited. Scared monger. I've been wanting to review this for a really long time. Let's just say it like that, since I've heard about it. I've actually been wanting an Instapot, but I've been getting constantly told no, which I don't like you anyways. I don't like hearing no. So I'm extremely excited to be able to do this review on the Ninja Foodi. It was so hard to find. I can't believe I actually got one. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. In case you couldn't tell. So today I will be opening it up and reviewing what's inside and making a couple of dishes for, you know, I'm starting the new year, meal prepping and things like that, at least this weekend. That's what I'm gonna tell myself the reason why I'm using this. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. It's supposed to be pretty much an Instapot, a air fryer, and a slow cooker all in one. So kind of the other things, you know, I can get rid of now. I probably won't. I just have a tad bit of hoarderness to me, so don't judge me. Luckily, you can't see anything other outside of the studio. So y'all really can't judge me. Especially my garage. It's horrible. But y'all didn't hear that from me. My Carly barely fits in there. It's helped me perfect my driving, by the way. Alright. Ooh, it comes in 3 different color lids. It comes in black, red, and blue. Ooh, the blue is pretty. Sorry guys, I'm too excited about this one, so I may go a little ADD on you. So I apologize in advance. Or take everything out. Alright, let me stand up. Oh my goodness, this thing is heavy. It's definitely durable. This is probably one of the least, how would I phrase this? The least graceful video I probably would do. Yeah, probably not. Let's be realistic here. Probably not. Alright, so in this, so this thing is pretty heavy. Obviously it's very solid. Let me get my Van White on. Open it up. Show all the fanciness of it. Alright, this is seriously a lot of stuff. Longer stay out of the box. Can somebody explain to me what to do with cats and boxes? I don't know what the deal is. I can't have a box in the house without somebody trying to play hide and go seek in it. Somebody, and by this somebody I mean monger. So I'm guessing this is the Instapot lid. I really thought it was going to be a little bit bigger on the inside considering this gigantic size of it, but I guess it needs the cooking stuff and all that in there, so it's got to take up some space. Seems like a lot of the weight is on this portion of it, so if you're going to have it off balance, have it more sturdy on the side. Alright. Valve is designed to be loose fitting for proper operation when pressure cooking rotates to sealed position to prevent steam from escaping. Peel here. So I'm curious to know how many of y'all have an Instapot, how many of y'all want one of these, or how many of y'all just stick with the slow cooker. I'm just curious out of there for those that watch it. Or y'all just come in here for a recipe. Alright, so I went ahead and I cleaned everything that I'm supposed to. I also included the pressure cooker lid because we will be using that in just a moment. I'm just going to go over a couple of different things. I'm going to do some fries, I'm going to do some chicken, and then I'm going to make some soup. So just a quick rundown of what I'll be making tonight. Or today, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and use the air crisper for the french fries, which is this little device right here. This is also removable. Okay, that's loud. I'm going to go ahead and throw the fries in here. And make a mess. What I do best. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to plug it in. It's saying to me, how cute. Okay. I'll go ahead and stick this in. Alright, now, how do I use this? Adjust temperature from 300 to 400 degrees as needed. Set time in minutes and press start stop. So how long am I supposed to be doing this for? I'm using the guidance as well. So I'm doing french fries, so I need to do it at 360. I'm going to do the air crisper. And I'm going to do it for, why does it say? Why are you being difficult? Alright, so frustrating enough, it's user error. So I didn't have this pot in there. I thought it was just for soups. No, I'm wrong. It needs to go in here, and that's the reason why it was blinking pot. So we're going to go ahead and get this in. Okay, it's down there. Huh, now it works. So the air crisper is lighting up. We're doing it for 360 degrees. We're going to turn it down 360. And I'm turning down the time to do it for 10 minutes so that way I can shake it up and redo it again for another 10 minutes because you want it to make sure it cooks evenly, basically. So now we wait. Alright, so the timer's off. Went ahead and pick it up. Remember, this is hot, so gotta be careful with it. And pour out my fries. All perfect and crispy. Let me see. Yep. Alright. So I've never used a pressure cooker. Hold on, let me finish this. I've never used a pressure cooker before. And so one of the instructions that it states, if I've never used one before, then to kind of do like a trial run. So that's what I'm about to do. Let me look up the instructions because I don't remember them off the top of my head. Okay. So I'm going to place the pot, which is already in there. Basically, you're going to use the pot for everything. At least what comes with it. I'm pretty sure you can use extra accessories. I don't know if you're going to need the pot on those, but I'm speaking with what comes with the Instant Pot, just to be clear. Because I know somebody went, no, you could use a bubble. Some people are jerks like that. But anyways, so let's see. Place the pot in the cooker base and add 3 cups of water at room temperature. So we're going to go ahead and pour this in. We got 1. Actually, that's 2. And here's the baby 3rd one. Oh, this thing is heavy too. So we're going to assemble the arrows on the lid. Where are the arrows? Oh, right here. Here's the arrow. And we're going to put it on, match the arrow on the pot itself. Okay, there it goes. We're going to lock it. And no, this does not shut down, because I'm pretty sure people are going to ask. So you have 2 different lids, one for the pressure cooker and one for the crisping everything. So that's already assembled. Turn clockwise to lock it. Make sure the seal. So we're going to turn this to seal. Alright, so I made sure that the valve is set to seal rather than vent. Let's see, what else do I need to do? That's been done. So we're gonna press the pressure button wherever you are. Pressure. There you are. Hit the pressure button. You know, with default to high pressure, set the timer for 2 minutes and press start again. 2 minutes. Hold on. Pressure. Okay. So you have to hit it twice. All right. And then we're gonna do it. Oh, say 10 minutes. Nope. We need it 2 minutes. All right. And then we're gonna hit pressure again. Right? No. Why didn't you do it? Oh, start. 2 minutes. We're gonna start it. Your foodie will begin to build pressure, indicated by the rotating lights. The unit will begin countdown when it fully pressurizes. It's actually pretty quiet. When the countdown is finished, the foodie will beep automatically, switching to the keep warm mode and begin counting up. All right, then we're going to turn the pressure valve, release valve to the vent position to quick release the pressurized steam. And a quick burst of steam will spurt out of the pressure release valve. When steam is completely released, the unit will be ready to be opened. So we're going to sit it out let it pressurize for a minute. Oh, you know what? I can give you some more information about the foodie. So I'm pretty sure you're kind of wondering about the cost and everything like that. So depending on where you get it from, of course, this is all subjective. I went straight to the Ninja website itself, and there it's give or take $100, $200. Of course, depending on where, if you get somewhere else, it could be more, or maybe they have deals, whatever. So that's one thing that, you know, pretty sure you're curious about on whether it's what, you know, the cost and everything like that. Anything else I can think of to answer? I'm excited about making my soup and my chicken. I wonder how long it takes. We're just gonna sit here and wait. So how's your day going? Going good? Great. It's not going good? I'm sorry to hear it. I gotta cover everybody. It's just boring. Yeah, that's me during the week. I can completely relate. You're probably at work right now, aren't you? Hey, I'm just waiting for it to pressurize instead of just sitting here with dead air. So I ran through its course, and as I'm not sure if I mentioned it before I started doing this, I've never used a pressure cooker before, and so this was just kind of helping me familiarize with it before I actually get into cooking. So I just ran it for 2 minutes. It already turned off, and I'm doing the valve, which is about to burst out. Okay, see, can I say more? I'm not scared. Okay, so it says turning the pressure release valve to the vent position to quick release the pressurized steam. A quick burst of steam will spurt out of the pressure release valve. When steam is completely released, the unit will be ready to be opened. Okay, I think there might be something wrong with my valve because I'm having to basically hold it, as you can see, for the pressure to be released. So I'm gonna let it die down a little bit so I don't have to yell over it. It seems like it's dying down a little bit. Okay, so it's not as loud. One of the things that I've kind of noticed, I'm not sure, hopefully I didn't get a defective one, but it seems like the seal and vent knob is really loose. So I had to actually kind of push it through instead of it, and it doesn't really lock on seal or vent. So that's kind of concerning to me, but so I'm gonna let it settle just a minute before I open it up, dump out the water, and get to cooking my chicken. All right, so I'm moving on to the next step, or my next project, should I say, and I'm doing the whole chicken right here. You can do it one of two ways. You can do it using the air fryer, which is gonna take about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know about you, but I'm impatient and I'm hungry now, so I want to be able to eat within the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to use the pressure cooker part of it. You're going to need the, what is this called? The cooking crisp basket. So we're going to go ahead and just dump that in there. It's still warm, so you got to be careful with that. It just sounded gross. Let's see how I can get this out. Oh, this baby's heavy. making an additional mix. Can I fit another one of you in there? Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna flip it. That's what I'm gonna do. Flip it. Maybe I'm gonna flip it. Okay. So I have one that's been marinated and one that hasn't been marinated. Okay, so they actually do both fit. So these are Cornish hens as well. So it's not exactly a chicken, but you get the concept of it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get that started. All right, so make sure we put it to vent. We're gonna seal it, excuse me. Lock it. We're gonna pressurize it. How long do I need it for? Oh, you know what? I forgot. Before I do that, I need to add in a cup of water. Okay, this isn't hot. On the bottom of it. So that's what I'm about to do. I know I forgot something. So it's not even going to touch the chicken from what it looks like. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add the lid. We're going to pressurize. And how long do we put it for? We're going to do it for 25 minutes. Actually, I'm going to do it for 20 minutes because there are 2 of them. I don't want to overcook it. And we'll check them out and see if we need to do it for longer. Okay, I'm going to do the minimum 25. Because I forgot it's the pressure cooker, not the air fryer. Or, yeah, the air fryer part of it. The tender crisp. I'm going to go ahead and start it. Oh, and before I forget, I noticed it takes maybe, give or take, about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes for it to fully pressurize. So I'm pretty sure that was a question that somebody may be wondering. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'll be back in about 25 minutes. I'm starving right about now. So I've already let the pressure out. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. Okay, I'm a little disappointed. I thought it was going, my understanding and the way it's advertised, at least, again, my interpretation of the advertisement, put this down somewhere, is that it's going to come out crispy. But no, that's not the case, as you can see. So I'm actually going to turn on the air fryer for a little bit to get that crispiness. And we're going to air fry it, air crisp. So I had a little bit of a ditzy moment. I can't use the air fryer when there's water in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. And I wanna see what the bottom looks like to see if, basically what all drained from the chicken. I'm pretty sure y'all are curious too. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, look at all that. So let's make sure I ain't getting it. So I don't get any grease or anything on me. Look at all that fat. Some of the actual, it looks like some of the grease actually, like skin came off. Look at it. Ew. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go dump this out. I'll be right. I went ahead and I fried it up a little bit more to get a little bit more of the crispiness. Let's go ahead and take it out and see how it turned out. If I can. Okay. I'm gonna say it might be a little tender considering the fact that it's literally falling apart. I want the, yeah, look at this. Look at that. Have you ever had a piece of, have you ever had a rotisserie chicken that just literally fell apart like this? All right, let me go ahead and try this out so I can stop drilling over here real quick and then I'll get back to you just a second. Okay. Stay on my fork. Okay. I don't feel like being a dragon today, so I'm blowing on it. Now the flavor, I can't blame it on the pressure cooker, or I can't on this. Although I'm surprised that it didn't marinate all the way through. But that's a whole nother story. The chicken is very, very tender. I probably should have fried it just a little bit more to get more of that crispiness. But it's definitely delicious. So, I'm going to stop being rude and talk with my mouth full. Because I know my mom's sitting here probably, you know, rolling her eyes and upset with me. Because she did teach me better than that. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. And I'll see y'all for dinner so I can show you another recipe. Welcome back to the Jazzy cooking show. Oh, sorry. This is the reviews. It's about the Ninja. Sorry, I got confused. Alright, so for dinner, I'll be making some taco soup. And the recipe will be below, so that way you guys can make it along with me. I already went ahead and I started cooking the beef. I set it onto saute, or sear, on this one, which is going to be similar to other pressure cookers. So we're going to let this meat cook for a little bit. So it's all nice and brown. We're going to thaw it out, and I'll show you the rest of the ingredients. So as you can see, the beef is cut, or the ground beef, which is 2 pounds, with 2 tablespoons of olive oil mixed in here. As you can see, it's already about halfway cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in, you're supposed to use a full onion, but I didn't want too much onion, so I only used about a half or a quarter. I'm not sure which. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here. I don't want them too soft, so that's the reason why I'm not going to cook them for as long. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that in there. And I do have my saute set up too high, just because I'm impatient and I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this cooked, finished up, and then I'm going to drain it and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I've already cooked the beans, I've already cooked the meat and the onions, I'm going to go ahead and add in the other ingredients. So we need a can of pinto beans that have been rinsed and drained. And we're going to go ahead and add that in there. Add in 2 cans of diced onions. Yeah, I'm going to be eating this for the rest of the week, probably. Let's hope it turns out good. We're going to do a can of Rotel with green chilies. Throw that in there. Alright, a can of corn. Yeah. Alright, go mix that up in here. Because you want it to all be mixed up together, of course. Now, we're probably like, okay, what about the seasonings, right? So we need 1 packet of ranch. Throw that in there. And you're gonna need 2 packs of taco seasoning. I got hot and spicy and regular kind, so kind of spice it up a little bit. Mix all that up, and then I'm gonna pour some. Ooh, that's strong. I'm also gonna pour in some beef broth. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir this in real quick, and then I'm gonna grab the beef broth. Beef broth. I'll be able to say it at one point in time or another. All right, so I went ahead and I poured out, measured 2.5 cups of beef broth. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. And luckily this pot is big enough, because otherwise, go ahead and mix that up once more again. Yes, I did say once more again. Does it look like I care? Not really. All right. Now for the fun part. How long am I supposed to set it for? For 20 minutes. All right. Press the soup button once done. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do for. Where's pressure cooker? Pressure. And then we're gonna do. I gotta obviously put the lid on. Duh. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and set it on high for 20 minutes. I'm gonna set the time and I'll be back in 20 minutes. Because I'm hungry. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the air out, or the pressure. promise you it was like 2 minutes of letting out the air pressure. Are you done yet? Funniest thing is that I started letting out some of the pressure before I started recording, so I missed out on quite a bit. All 10 minutes of it, pretty much. Or at least that's what it seems, especially whenever you're starving to death like I am. Since the little red button went down. That just smells good. I'm just gonna pour me a little bowl. Just for a sample. Just for a sample. You know. Because I gotta let you know if the recipe's worth it or not, you know? I mean, especially after waiting like an hour and a half. Alright. Oh, pinky's up. Right. Gotta be fancy with it. Okay, this is extremely hot. Nope. I need my taste buds for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna spend another 10 minutes just trying to cool this off. That is really good. Ooh, I taste the spiciness from the hot seasoning. So, the recipe actually turned out pretty good from the little bit that I tasted. Usually whenever you make soup the first day, the flavor isn't as marinated in it, but I can definitely taste just from the little pieces of meat that I tried. The flavor is definitely all the way through. So I definitely have to give up the pressure cooker 2 thumbs up. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you don't have an air fryer or a pressure cooker and you kind of want, you want both. But if you're like me and live in a tiny little itty bitty apartment that's kind of microscopic, like a matchbox, at least that's the way I feel, you're going to want to kind of condense everything into one. So this is definitely a great investment. And plus, if you think about the price of a pressure cooker plus the price of a air fryer, you're probably going to get about, you know, probably spend about the same, give or take, especially if you want, you know, the better quality ones. The one thing that I do not care for about this is that this part does not detach. It is pretty heavy too, so it seems like all the weight is up here. So if you leave it open while you're, you know, obviously pressure cooking, got to be careful with it. Make sure it's kind of against the ground, especially if you have children and things like that. But yes, I would definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's everything in one. Got your pressure cooker. I did notice when I was doing the recipe, I just looked up for an instant, for a pressure cooker recipe. So I don't know all the buttons that a pressure cooker has, so I'm assuming that it has soup buttons and things like that. So maybe that would be nice to have on here. But otherwise, it works just well. It works great. Definitely worth it. One thing I did not show you before is that there's a little slot here in the back. This is pretty heavy, so I can't really show you too much. And as you notice that I did lift the lid, all the condensation that fell out, there is a little slot. You probably can see it from the camera over here. So that way you can have all your liquids drip in there and it'll catch it into this little compartment right here. I just went ahead and put it in the middle. So, but yes, definitely recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my dinner. Make sure that you subscribe. And in the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.